dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Green 18. Hey, watch the slant. Back one.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check out. 5, 6, 5. We got 4.
Now a first down throw, Locke. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Watch Twitter. Watch Twitter. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Love. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Check up.
540. Check. 540. Easy. Alert. 61. Max box. Right.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 12. 11B.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
11.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and the Bucs are out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So good field Packers as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
Over. Recon. 130.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers is going to float this over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And it brings up third down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
Come on. 6-6. Pull it high.
From the gun, here's Love. Finding Gabriel, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
I see 47.
Monday. X3. 218. Chop.
A run with Josh Adams, the Eagles' leading rusher as a rookie last year. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. After one, a 14-3 ball game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Mexico. Protein spill. 26. Hey, check.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Close.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
23 yards on the play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Rodgers Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers on passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. On first down, this is Adams. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
12. Six on travel.
This is Cohen. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. 12.
On second down, it's Cohen. Oh, good move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Lott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mexico. 4 down. Twist.
Now it's Lott. Being chased out left. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On third down, it's Cohen, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
Everyone, you got four down.
They snap it to Locke. And Robinson with a big catch. Well, they deemed it four-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11B. Close.
From the 35 on second down, Luck. That is caught by Cohen. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Luck gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So here's a...
Check 3, check. Close.
Now Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check. 40, easy, alert. Close.
They try again with Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready. Tight right. 11 feet.
Luck now to throw. He finds Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First down, Bears.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Luck on the sneak, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
11.
Hey. 4 down. Kill.
80 weapons. Check. First down. Let's go, Mexico.
Watch the twist.
After the run, Luck going to throw. It's complete. It's Miller. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Safety's creeping.
Tight dog. Watch the safety creep. Kill.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
22-jet bomber. 11. 11Z. Check 50.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
We got
12.
36.
12. Hey, exit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. It's complete to Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game.
Makes the score Packers 21, Bears 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as those guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll go again to Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got Rodgers. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
319. Come off the ball. Inside. 319.
On the delay, Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
152 fighter.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 31-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Everyone got 4 down. Check nickel. Check the backer. Mexico. Wide, get wide.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Check out. Right, 40.
From the 31, Luck. This is Miller, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
Hey, you.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
He's coming, 6'6", pull it high. Hey, Charlie. Tighten up.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
16 yards.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. The extra point up and good, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 11 yards there, 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Hey, Alpha.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Close. Hey, Echo. Switch. Let's go, Mexico.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
General West. Under
crunch. Under crunch. Check three. Check three. Check three. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming.
Again, it's Cohen. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bears have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. And what about the Broncos leading that game to this point? Joe Flacco, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Moncrief brings it in, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Switch it. 261. Match box right.
Now Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
We got 4. 12. Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
11B.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Slant. Over.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
So for the Packers, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.